Good morning. Good morning, YouTube. I'm going to be making the vegetable omelet today. Remember, I was telling you earlier about in some of the other earlier videos that you want to have color. This is basically going to be a very extremely colorful omelet. This is one way to get your uh, say your veggies in an omelet. Uh, and it'll actually taste good with the omelet. You also want to get a lot of your protein from your eggs. So this is something that I'm looking at making as well. Just making some nice colorful omelets. So basically, I'm just making a snack today. It's about 1:30. I haven't eaten a whole lot today. I think I had like a few protein bars earlier this morning. So basically, I hadn't really eaten anything. So I'm going to make a snack, a midday snack. It's going to be really healthy. Basically, it's going to be an omelet. So basically, with this omelet, I'm going to be using fresh spinach. I'm going to saute some fresh spinach. I'm cutting some onion, purple onion. I'm also going to be cutting some carrots. I'm gonna just slice these in some small mini. These are mini carrots, and I'm just basically just chopping them up in real small pieces so I can saute all of this together. So I'm gonna chop these carrots right now, and as I chop these carrots, I'm also warming up the pot so I can saute the vegetables. If you look, I also have bell pepper. I have 3 different color of bell pepper. I have orange, I have red, and I have yellow. I'm gonna cut a little bit of all 3 of these just to help bring color to my omelet. It's basically the same bell pepper though. So I'm gonna use some yellow bell pepper. I'm going to use some red bell pepper, and I'm going to use some orange bell pepper. Here's the yellow. I'm going to cut that up in the small pieces as well. All of this is going to be all sauteed together. So what I do, I'll saute my vegetables first in a light organic oil. The oil is basically a olive oil. It's an extra light version. Basically, it's an extra light version of the olive oil that I saute the eggs. That I saute the vegetables in. So I have orange. Carrots. I have purple onion, and I have yellow bell pepper. I have green lettuce. This is another good way to make sure you get a lot of your vegetables. This omelet actually will taste pretty good. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna make the eggs. So the seasoning would be enhanced in the eggs itself. So these are the vegetables that I'm going to saute for my eggs. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and saute those right now. And then I'm gonna saute my spinach a little bit later. Once I saute all of the vegetables, I'm gonna actually take it out of the pan, out of the saute pan, and then I'm gonna actually cook my eggs. Once I cook my eggs, I'll put the sauteed vegetables on top of the eggs. And I also use a picante sauce just to give it a little bit of flavor. trying to find my contact sauce. I know it's here somewhere. I have it in the fridge. Okay, here it is back here. I paste picante sauce. I actually just top the omelet off with picante sauce on the top, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So let me go ahead and saute the vegetables at this time. I'm going to face the camera over to the stove. That way you can see as I saute the vegetables. So I have a skillet, and I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of olive oil in the skillet. As that warms up, I'm going to go ahead and prepare my eggs. As I prepare my eggs, there's actually make it taste good. Kosher salt, and this is going in the egg mixture. Onion powder, garlic powder, and Mrs. Dash lemon pepper. I'm gonna actually show you what I'm gonna do with that. Let's see. 2, 21, 23. Okay, so let me show you what I'm gonna do with my eggs. Okay, so I'm gonna crack open for my omelet. You want to crack open 3 eggs. 1, 2, 3. 3 eggs. So now I'm gonna flavor my eggs. I'm gonna put a little bit of onion powder, Mrs. Dash lemon pepper, and this is going in my eggs. This makes the eggs taste really, really tasty. Kosher salt, not very much. You want to make sure we keep a low salt diet, and garlic powder. Once I put that in, I mix that all together. And you're going to be amazed how the omelet tastes because I put the flavoring in the eggs, the seasoning in the egg mixture. At this point, my skillet is fairly hot. I'm going to go ahead and start sauteing my vegetables. I'm going to saute the harder vegetables first, and then I'm going to put the spinach in later. Okay, and I'm gonna put the spinach in a little later. As I saute the vegetables, I am going to put a little bit of seasoning, which is going to be my Mrs. Dash lemon pepper. Put a little bit of that in the seasoning. Smells really good. If you would smell it, you would think I'm making a gourmet dinner. And a little later, I'm gonna go ahead and put the spinach in. I'm not gonna put that in right now. I'm gonna actually saute and soften up these vegetables first. See, like I said, stirring up my eggs here. And you got to remember, you're getting so many nutrients and vitamins and nutrients from all of your vegetables here. It's not even funny. You have to be very, uh, you have to think out of the box when you want to eat vegetables because vegetables are so bland. So you want to make sure that you be very creative when incorporating vegetables into your diet because vegetables are so full of nutrients. You don't want to miss that part of your diet. But you do want to be, because vegetables are bland and they don't have a lot of taste, so you want to be creative on how you actually incorporate vegetables into your diet. That's why I make the omelet, this omelet such a vegetable full, because this is one way I can incorporate some of the vegetables that I normally don't eat, and I incorporate it in my omelet here. Once I get finished with my omelet, you're going to see how it actually looks. And it looks really colorful, but not only does it look colorful, it's actually going to taste good. So I'm putting in my spinach now. So right now, these are vegetables that people probably don't eat on a normal basis, you know. And this is very vegetable full, you know. I got my spinach, I got my carrots, I got my bell pepper, I got my purple onion. All of this is going to be sauteed down and put on in the middle of my omelet. I put a little bit more garlic powder in here just to enhance some of the flavor as it's cooking. You can use garlic or onion powder. And you just cook that down. I like cooking the vegetables down all the way to a really, really soft saute. So basically, I'm cooking all of the water out of the vegetables when I saute my vegetables. That's just me. That's just the way I prefer it. Some people like them crunchy. Some people like them soft. In my omelets, I like them fairly soft. That way all of the flavors saute together. They kind of blend together when I saute them a little bit softer. Okay. So my vegetables are blending in. They're looking really good. Very colorful. I don't know if you can see that or not. Very colorful. Okay, and they're fairly soft. I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. I'm gonna take these vegetables out, set them aside. That way I can get ready to start cooking my eggs. So I'm gonna set my vegetables aside. I'm gonna put them in this little container here. I think I got them fairly soft right now. Smelling good, they're soft. All of the flavor has blended in from the three. Okay. So I'm gonna put these sauteed vegetables in here for now until I get ready for them a little later. I'm gonna go ahead and dry out my skillet and get ready to actually cook my eggs now. I'm rinsing my skillet. Okay, drying off. All right, I rinsed my skillet. I dried it off. Now I am going to put a little bit of olive oil again. Also, to enhance the egg flavor, sometimes it gives it a little. It gives the eggs a slight buttery taste. So I'll put some smart balance in there along with my olive oil. You just move that around the skillet. Like I said, you have to be very creative with your vegetables. That way, you know that you, especially when when you're preparing dishes for kids or just people that just are not into vegetables. They're not very they're not very keen on eating vegetables. I'm gonna taste this just to see how it tastes. It's pretty good. It's actually gonna taste better in an omelet. So now that my skillet is nice and hot, I'm gonna go ahead and start my omelet. I'm gonna start my eggs. A little bit of kosher salt in these vegetables. Not a lot. Like I said, we want to make sure we don't put a lot of salt in our vegetables here. But kosher salt is better than other salt, than regular salt. So. Once my omelet gets to the point to where I can flip it, I'll go ahead and put the vegetables in. The vegetables is a good variety of color. And had you noticed, I put spinach in just about everything. Spinach is such, if you look spinach up or Google it or something like that, you're going to find out that spinach is probably one of the top 10 most nutritious foods you can eat, especially as far as leafy greens. And there's just so much you can do with spinach. You can saute it, you can put it in a shake, you can just put it on the stove top and steam it. You can mix it with so many different items. You can put it in your omelet. And the good thing about spinach, it adapts to whatever flavor you put it on. So it's not a very overwhelming flavor. You season your spinach too, that's what the spinach is going to adapt to. You season it with garlic, your spinach is going to adapt to the garlic. If you season it with your Mrs. Dash or your onions or whatever, your spinach is going to adapt to whatever overpowering flavor that you put on that particular dish. So spinach, like I said, it's basically something that you can put on any dish, and basically you're going to get the nutrition from the spinach, but you won't get the taste from the spinach. Now that my omelet is fairly hard, I'm gonna go ahead and put the vegetables onto the omelet. Okay, and I'm ready ready to flip my omelet. Like I said, this is not your typical Western omelet. This is an omelet that's packed with a lot of nutrients and vegetables. And voila, you've got the perfect omelet right there. Check that out. I am going to put some paste picante sauce on that omelet and gobble it up. You notice I didn't put any cheese on it. That's going to be a preference. You want to use cheese or not. I do use cheese sometimes. I use a cheddar cheese sometimes I don't. This particular time I'm not going to use cheese. So now I'm going to put the omelet in my plate and I'll be ready to eat it. Pretty much messed that up. Messy. I trying to put it in the plate. It fell apart. But basically, this is the omelet here, and I'm gonna put. And I tell you, it's very, very tasty. It's healthy, but it's tasty. It's good. Came out very good. All right, YouTube. Thank you for watching my video. And see you guys on the next time.